Hey guys, so I want to make a video about decorating frugally for Christmas. And this is most of the stuff that I picked up, the new additions. If you don't recognize it, this was picked up after Christmas. This is fake garland. I picked this up, I think, like 4 days ago, 4 days ago. It was like a heavy rain. I had to pick something up. And then while I'm walking past an apartment building, I see what looks like a Sterilite container, and I thought this was a fake Christmas tree. So I looked through it and I thought, oh my goodness, this is garland. This is great. So I actually have real garland. If you guys remember how this looked like earlier in December. But the only downside about this is like, even though I was spraying it, inevitably it gets dry. Inevitably. And then it also, releases all the needles around here. See, like needles. It's really a mess. I know some people would say, well, Erica, it's really green. It smells like Christmas. Yeah, there's an upside to it, but I don't really like having needles all around, especially on a mantelpiece. So moving forward, I think I'm just going to stick with this faux garland, faux greenery over here. These are pine cones that I collected from 2019. And I just rearranged these. So these are something that I think I'm going to keep around year round. I have no problem with the garland, the pine cones. I kind of like it. We do have pine cones around the area where we live, and even though some of you guys might think pine cones really looks like Christmas, because I see them almost, I see them very frequently. In my mind, I've associated I've associated pine cones with like everyday life, shall I say. So let's do the quick look. So this is the mistletoe that I got in 2019. I was supposed to get a 2020 mistletoe. Unfortunately, it slipped my mind, so 2020 mistletoe is probably going to be missing. This is a little sheep that I got from the recycle bin. I saw it lying around and I thought to myself, hey, you know what? Someone has a sheep as their logo. Let me grab it, just in case I might need it. These are LED lights. This is a candle that I found from a free box. I'm planning to put more, to melt some candle wax and then make it taller, so that way it looks a little bit newer. But I do have some broken candles that I did find from dumpster diving. I am planning to melt it down, but it's really not a high priority thing. It's really on the back burner. Now, another LED candle, and then a donkey. Yeah, so the sheep came with the donkey. I don't really understand it. Maybe it was a set. Maybe this person was a sheep or donkey fan. Not too sure, but yeah, this was a set that I got. Yesterday I grabbed this. This is a snowflake. And if you look at this hook, you might be thinking, Erica, why does this hook look a little wonky? Well, it's because, those like Chinese takeout boxes, or, the ones with like the cardboard flap, how they have the metal handle? Yeah, I've actually been removing the handles out and using them as makeshift hooks. And I like it because it gets the job done. Yes, maybe it's not the most aesthetic, but if I had to think about it and say, well, if you plan on getting takeout, you might as well just kind of try to salvage the hook if you can. And we really don't have that many hooks. These hooks are very handy. I've used them for cleaning supplies to hang them up. I've used them for hanging up the face masks when we're drying them. You can hear Oreo playing with his cardboard scratcher thing that I repurposed. You remember the cardboard thing? I flipped it on the other side. He's been playing with that toy. He loves that toy so much. So yeah, if I want to like un-Christmas this, of course I could get rid of that, but I don't want to really get rid of that. I could just simply remove this hook, and then it looks, not bad. Not bad. I really recommend getting these kind of paper snowflakes. You can make them yourself. I found this while I was dumpster diving yesterday, so I really liked it. I like that it's flat. I like that it doesn't take up too much storage space. You can see that there's this little string over here, so you can like collapse it, and then it turns into, like a little fan, like a fan of sorts. This is a picture frame that I dumpster dived, and if you look really closely, it's broken, so that's why they tossed it. See that? So I put a piece of Scotch tape there. I tried gluing it. I couldn't find a solution, but the reason why I'm bringing this up to you is that this was a adorable card. This is adorable card that we got from Paul, and I thought it was so cute. You could see that it has like little glittery stuff on there. It has little greetings, and I don't know if Paul made this card. But it was super cute. I thought it was so well thought of, and I was telling Lois, we gotta do something similar to this maybe. It's so cute and it's so cutesy. I love it so much. So anyway, if you guys have Christmas cards that look super cute and you just think like, hey, this would make this is a card that I really like. Save your cards. I know some of you guys save your cards. Most of the time when I'm in Hawaii, I just throw away my cards. Yeah, I just look at it and then I toss it, which is really, I mean, you can recycle it, but like all the glittery stuff and all the cutesy image, it's kind of a waste. So what I would do is that if you have any Christmas cards that are sentimental, this is obviously a used card. If you look inside, it's all written up and everything. But I would get matching frames. I think this is a 5x7 frame. Let me check. Doesn't say. But this is, I think, a 5x7 frame, whatever a greeting card size is. I would get a standard, like maybe 5 or 6 of them, or 4 of them, or however many that you think looks aesthetic for putting on, let's say, a mantle or a drawer or an entryway table. Get like a bunch of these standardized frames. I personally really like the silver stuff because the silver matches with anything. And then if you have standardization, like 3 of the same frames or 4 of the same frames, you can put different Christmas cards. And then next year, you can get different Christmas cards, and then you can always change things out. So let's say Halloween comes and you come across a cute Halloween card. You can put the Halloween cards, you can put Christmas cards, you can put Valentine's Day cards. It's a really cheap way of decorating, and then you don't have to worry about buying Christmas decorations every year. I think moving forward, we never bought any Christmas decorations, by the way. I don't believe in buying Christmas decorations, just because I know when I was living in Hawaii, for instance, a lot of people, they just throw things out every Christmas. So you can definitely see things on the curb. You can see, well, Hawaii doesn't have dumpster diving, that's for sure, but you can find things on the curb. You can find things in thrift stores. There is just so much consumerism that goes on in Christmas. I think that we should minimize what we purchase and instead look for getting things that are discarded, pre-owned, pre-loved, put in the recycle bin. Save this stuff from the landfill, and that way you save money for next year. And then again, here's a little Christmas star. You can see, there's like a small little tear, but because it's so reflective, nobody can tell. And then if I want to fix it, I'm sure I could just like tape it up. But yeah, no one's gonna pay attention to this stuff. Like when you look at this stuff, your eye is so caught up with the shiny silver glittery thing. And that is about it in terms of how I would decorate like a small little area around here, at least in the front. I hope you guys get some inspiration or get some ideas. I highly, highly recommend, even though people would say, Erica, just use real greenery. I do have real greenery. I would recommend that just buy a faux one. If you don't think you're going to be throwing it out every year, just buy a faux garland. I don't know what the brand of this one is because it was thrown out, but buy a faux garland that you see that looks really good. Highly, highly recommend getting a lot of the Christmas stuff after Christmas. So some places, they have like 80% off sales, 90% sales. I heard Hobby Lobby. I've never been to Hobby Lobby or Joann's, I can't remember. They have like 90% off right now. Check it out, see if anything catches your eye, because 90% off is definitely better than paying for full retail price. And it always agitates me whenever I find people buying, those holiday Christmas labels, those gift labels, they pay like full retail price. And I think to myself, you're paying $5 for these labels. How many Christmases have you gone through, right? You can just reuse the labels last year. And for the people that move, I can understand why you don't stock up on your Christmas stuff. But for the people who have lived in a place for over a year, really, if you anticipate giving stuff out for Christmas, make sure when you go to certain places, Walmart, for example, Target, for example, when they have their 90% off sales, they usually have like a stack of gift labels because it's like they over hoard on this stuff. So that is the time that you want to buy, let's say, 3 packs, 5 packs, 10 packs, whatever amount that you think is good for you. I remember when I was in Hawaii, I think 2 years ago, they had wrapping paper for 90% off. Of course, the gift labels as well. I went kind of like, I bought like 5 rolls of wrapping paper. I bought, I think, 5 packs of gift labels. Maybe it was something like 75 for each one. It came out really cheap, really cheap. And I told myself, Erica, okay, you never have to worry about gift labels ever again in your entire life. Just buy the stuff at 90% off and then store it, and then every year just use the same thing, right? I don't want to be like one of those people who have to go Christmas shopping every year to buy gift wrap, to buy wrapping paper. And here's another tip for you guys. If you guys are a little, let's say you're thinking, well, Erica, I just moved, or I don't know if I'm going to be moving a lot. I don't want to store the gift wrap paper. You know what else you can do? You can do this. If you go to a grocery store and you get a paper bag, you can, like this one, you can flip the bag inside out and then use the inside part as wrapping paper, and then get something like cotton twine. Cotton twine is super small. It's cheap. It's portable. If I was to move, I would definitely bring my cotton twine with me, because it weighs like 2 ounces or so. I mean, there's bigger balls as well, but you get what I mean. You can do something like that. Go for a minimalistic look in terms of presents, and then if you want to stock up on Christmas paper, do it that way. So that's what I would do. And one moment, this is going to be super unprofessional, you guys, but I'm going to show you something. Hold on, I got to get gift wrap paper. Hold on. Super unprofessional, I know. I don't do video editing. I went to get my gift wrap, you guys. Don't worry. I'm coming back on stream in a bit. Well, actually, I'm not streaming. I am doing a pre-recorded video. What am I saying? Yeah, I wanted to do a pre-recorded video for this because I wanted to get more on point. Sometimes I kind of go off on tangents. I know that, and I was hoping that by doing a pre-recorded video, this would be a little bit more focused. And sometimes people are like, why did you make a 2-hour video, Erica? Well, this is why. Okay, so here we go. So this is my cotton twine. I got this off of Amazon. I think it was like $4 or so. You get, where is it? You get a whole bunch of feet. Where is it? Yeah, so 100% cotton twine. I really, really love cotton twine. You guys know how frugal I am. You know what the great thing is? If you hang something up, let's say you're drying flowers, you can always reuse the same cotton twine. So I think this one ball is going to, like, if I don't use this to wrap presents, this one $4 ball will last me 10 years easily. Okay, so this is the gift wrap paper that I have. I haven't purchased any of this. These two were taken from a recycle bin. This was actually from the same place as the garland. And I wanted to point out to you this. So this one, you can see it obviously looks a little Christmassy. Maybe some people would say, oh, well, maybe it might not be Christmas. Okay. So you can wrap this using a ribbon, or you can use it with twine. If you want to be creative, if you guys have something, let's say like a pine tree, or I think it's pine tree, is that what you call it? You know, like the pine cone tree, that one. You can snap off a branch and then use that with the twine, and then use that instead of, let's say, a bow. That's what I would do. This wrapping paper, the reason why I selected this one and this one, and I want to show you this really quickly. So this one, you can see they paid $3.99 for it. It's 40 square feet, but they didn't use it. See, so they got it and they didn't use it. Same as this one. I like this wrapping paper because it doesn't scream Christmas. I could use this for, let's say, a birthday. I could use this as like a gift to another person. This one, I think like people might think it's kind of Christmassy looking. See that? You can see there's a little ball thing. But I liked it because it looked very unique. And I thought to myself, like, wow, this kind of reminds me of like one of those, like those papyrus gift wraps, you know, the one that's expensive, it's like $5 a sheet or so. But when I looked at it closely, look at this. Let me show you guys this. 1998 Clio ink. Clio. This wrapping paper was from 1998, and amazingly enough, this person never used it. So I don't know why they just threw it in the recycle bin instead of like giving it to someone. I wish that they thought to themselves, hey, let me give it out to my neighbors for free and see if they would like it. But yeah, thankfully the recycle bags that people put out on the street are clear. So I saw this, and they had like a few other ones, but you know, I don't grab everything. Contrary to what some people might think, I don't grab everything I find. If I did, we would not be living in an apartment, we would be living in a storage unit. So I saw these two things and I thought this is really great. So we have 3 rolls of wrapping paper. And again, if I didn't, so I can use this one, even though I think this was meant for Christmas, for other holidays. I don't really like the idea of using Christmassy gift wrap. I mean, just storing that exclusively for Christmas, because if you do want to like minimize the amount of wrapping paper that you have and use like the same kind of wrapping paper year round, you want something that has that can go with other holidays, you see? So going with something silver, or going with something gold, or going with something like white with maybe like a non-holiday like print on it. See, like this one, like I said, people might think this is holiday, people might not think it's holiday, they could think it's like a cute little naturey thing. It's kind of ambiguous, at least to me. Like if I saw this, I would think, oh, maybe it was Christmas because I see red, green, and white. But maybe it's not. So I'm going with these kind of like ambiguous looking prints. You don't have to buy so much gift wrap. I don't want to be that person who buys, let's say if someone gives a gift for Valentine's Day, I'm buying specifically Valentine's Day gift wrap for Valentine's Day. And yeah, if you don't want to store any of this wrapping paper, store paper bags instead. Cut them along the seam lines. You see over here, seam lines, cut the flap over there. There is some tutorials on YouTube about how to do that. And again, I would use the cotton twine because cotton twine because it is so incredibly handy. I love cotton twine so much. So yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I hope my tips came handy to you guys. Sorry for the area where I was like, oh yeah, wait, hold up. I gotta find my gift wrap paper. But this is what happens when you do not have the latest and greatest MacBook, and you have a computer that only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, and video editing is just way too intensive for your computer. Yep. So talk to you guys later. You guys stay warm. I'm probably going to keep this up for maybe 2 weeks, and then afterwards I'll take this down. You can see that it collapses. Let me try to, I don't know if I can do this one in one hand. Let's see. So this thing has like a little hoop over here. Yeah. Oh no, it got caught. It got caught in the... One moment. Let me try to show you. Okay, I can't really show you, but you can see, like, if you remove one of these little things on one side, it'll just fold down like one of those handheld folding fans. So yeah, and then after I put that away, I don't have that many Christmas stuff. After I put that away, I can reuse these little hooks around the house. Sometimes when I have like a wet plastic bag, I don't use plastic. I mean, I don't take plastic bags. It's just that sometimes people give me stuff and then, or food delivery comes in plastic bags. I can, you know, if it's raining or something, I can just put it on one loop and then let it air dry, face mask, that sort of thing. These things are really handy. I highly recommend that next time you get one of those like Chinese takeout box containers, just fold them over. I didn't use any tool. I just used my bare hands. I kind of made an S shape, but if you want, you could use something like a pliers instead. Yeah, so Christmas does not have to be expensive. All you have to do is just think about what can you get the most bang for your buck, what can you definitely carry over year to year, And in my opinion, having these paper snowflakes is a really good thing to get. I think it's only a few dollars. I don't know if they last around after, let's say, 50% off or 80% off, but I would recommend that if you guys do anticipate, or if you guys do buy Christmas items, go to Walmart, Target, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, that kind of place, Michael's, and then see if you like anything. The longer, I think, like, it usually goes like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%. And if you guys are a dumpster diver, I know there's not too many dumpster divers out there. There's no way you can dumpster dive in Hawaii, like I said. You can, just be on the lookout. Of course, after Christmas, you're going to see Christmas stuff being tossed out. And I see Christmas stuff being tossed out not only by companies, but also residential. So this was residential, this was residential, this was residential. Look, blackberry scratched my hand, by the way. This was residential, this was company, these were residential, this was from a company, and that was company, and then this was a gift, like I said, and this was from a company. So yeah, I shall talk to you guys later. See ya.